Hi friend, welcome to my channel, and today I'll be giving you guys an updated video on how to make epis with no mojo marinade because it was highly requested. At the end of the video, I will also have another video to show you how to make a small quantity of epis just in case you want to try a recipe but don't want to make too much. Stay tuned. All right, let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to need some bonnet peppers, we're going to need some garlic, we're going to need some parsley, we're going to need some green onion, we're going to need one large red onion, and we're going to also need some bell peppers. Okay, I'm using the babies, you could use the big ones. We're also going to need Maggie, and we're going to need some Sazon. All right. All right. So what is Epis? Well, come find out. Epis is basically a blend of seasoning that Haitians use in almost all the dishes. All our dishes, we use Epis in almost everything unless it's sweet, okay? So here I have my bell peppers. I went ahead, I cleaned them, I washed them, I took out the seeds that was inside, and I just went ahead and I put them in a container, okay? You see how beautiful they look? If you do not have the baby bell peppers, you could use one large bell pepper of all the colors, like one large red, one large green, one large yellow, like that, okay? If you don't have all those mini bell peppers, okay? Next, I'm going to go ahead, and the only reason why I'm using the mini bell peppers is because they were cheaper at the grocery store. All right. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my green onions. Okay, and I'm using 4 batches. You see how they come? They all tied up. I used 4 batches of those, and we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna clean our green onion. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the bottom part. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna clean off the top part like that. Then we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna remove the foreskin, I guess you could call it. But the first skin, like, it's like that skin right there, the foreskin, like, right there, like, the skin, the top skin, you got to go ahead and remove it. You know, just like when you go to the grocery store and you don't be wanting to get the stuff at the front, you have to get the stuff behind it because too much people don't touch the stuff at the front. Well, this is like that, okay? So I always like to remove that little first skin that they got because I feel like it's a little raunchy and I don't be wanting it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove it. All right. And I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to continue to do that to all of the green onions. All right. Wash them all. Cut the ends to all of that. Next, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take them after they're nice and washed. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut them up into smaller pieces just because I don't want my blender to be stressed out. Y'all know I love me some Tyrone, which is my blender, if you didn't know, and I don't want him to be too stressed when he's trying to blend these big pieces of stuff, okay? So I'm trying to chop it up for him so, you know, I don't have to put that much work on him, okay? All right. Next, I have my parsley. I have 2 batches of parsley, okay? And for the parsley, you got to wash it like 2 times because the water be looking a little rusty, child. You got to go ahead and let the water out again and you wash it again, okay? So I did it 2 times. Then I'm going ahead and I'm taking the leaves and I'm removing the stem and I'm throwing the stem away. I'm only using the leaves. There are certain people that tell me they also like to use the stems. Baby, if that's what you want to do, you go ahead and you do that. But I don't never use the stems. Okay, I'm lying. I did this one time, but I most of the time I don't use them, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get me some garlic, okay? And I have 1 pound and 6 ounces of garlic, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wash them. I already got the ones that's clean for you because, baby, I don't know about you, but I know about me, and I ain't got time to be in the kitchen trying to cut up garlic all day, trying to take off the skin off the garlic. Ain't nobody got time for that. Get the garlic that's already peeled, okay? Shoot. All right. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off the end pieces, like the butt pieces. I went ahead and I'm removing those. Child, that's if you want to, because sometimes I ain't even going to lie to you. I ain't got time for that, okay? But this time I see I had a little bit of time, so I did it. Boom. Next, we have our bonnet peppers, okay? Or our Jamaican hot peppers, whichever you want to get. And I went ahead and I put I want to say 6 of them in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab some Maggie. Make sure you get the Maggie that says hard and crumbly at the bottom. Then I'm going to get some Sazon. I used a whole pack of Maggie. I think 12 come in there. And Sazon, I used 18 of the packages that come in there. And I know this sounds like a lot, but this is a large quantity of Epis. This should last you like 3 3 to 4 months, depending on how often you cook. This is not for one meal. So yes, it is a lot because you're making a lot. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add everything that I just showed you into my blender Tyrone, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix it. Okay. When you first put everything in there, it's gonna look like it's a lot, okay? Because it's like gross pay and net pay. You know how like when you're trying to apply for food stamps and you can't get no food stamps because your gross pay is too high, and it look like you got so much money, but you low key kind of sad because you don't even see all that money they saying you make. You don't even see all that money for real, because how they gonna count that money before they take out them taxes and all that other stuff, child? It's like that. It look like a lot, but this is how much money you really get. You don't really get no money, but them people don't want to give you no darn food stamps, child. Whew, but okay. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to refill it because now we have more space. We're going to go ahead. We're going to refill it, and then we're going to blend it again. And you guys, you're going to have, it's going to be one Epis. You're going to see what I'm talking about, but it's going to be a couple batches because your blender will not be able to take everything, okay? And I did go ahead and put 2 cups of oil. The first time you seen me, I put a half a cup and a half a cup, and this time I put a half a cup and a half a cup, so 2 cups of oil, okay? For this one, and then the next batch, I put about 1 cup of oil, okay? And you're going to go ahead and you're going to blend it. And then you're just going to continue to do this until you have blend all of your Epis. You're going to have to do a couple of batches because your blender is not going to be big enough to take it all, unless, I don't know, maybe you got a nice super blender that's big enough to take it all. But I got a big blender, but it still can't take it all, okay? All right. So I had to do a couple batches. So you see, that's the first batch. When you're done with the first batch, what you're going to do, you're going to put it in a nice little bowl because you're going to have to mix them so they become one gere. So they could become one gere, okay? So like one together, like one. So you're going to have to do your second batch. Then after that, you're going to put it in that same bowl that you put your first batch in, because it's very important that you do that because the flavors all need to coordinate. So that's how the flavors are going to coordinate. If you just put that into a container separately, they're all going to taste different. So you don't want to do that, okay? See, we went ahead, we put them all together. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to mix them so they could become one as a unit. They become married. We could have one Epis, okay? One Epis. Then when we're done mixing it all together and all the flavors have combined, you're going to go ahead and you're going to put them into a container. Okay? You could use whatever kind of container you want. This is the containers I had. That's an old rice container, and that's a nice little mason jar. And just like that, you have Epis, you guys. It is done. You have Epis. Stay tuned so I can show you how to make it in a small quantity. All right, let's say you want to make Epis, but at a small quantity. You only need it for one recipe, and you don't know when else you're going to use it. Let me show you what you're going to do. So we're going to get some bell peppers. We're going to get orange. I have red, and I have green. And you see how I have those small pieces of bell peppers. You're going to need small pieces like that. Then I have some green onions. I have 1 green onion, okay? Then I went ahead, I usually use red onions, but I didn't have red onions, so I'm using a regular onion, and I'm using 4 garlic cloves and 1 bonnet pepper, okay? Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab some parsley. I'm using about a half a cup of parsley. All right. We're going to use 1 cube of Maggie, which is the chicken flavored bouillon, and we're going to use 1 package of Sazon, okay? Then we're going to put everything into the blender, and we're going to go ahead, we're going to put a little bit of oil, like I'll say like 1/4 cup of oil, and we're going to go ahead, we're going to mix that. We're going to blend it, okay? We're going to puree it like a smoothie until it is like this, okay? And when it's like this, you're gonna go ahead, you're going to remove your thing, and you're gonna go ahead and you put it in a container. And just like that, you have Epis, but at a smaller quantity. Just in case you want to try a recipe and don't want to make all that Epis, there you go. It don't get no better than that, you guys. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, do not forget to comment, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye, until next time.